Welcome to A Touch of Grey Matter. I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. I'm here with Zulfa Ali.
Yeah.
Welcome back from Ramadan. Barry 3D Carter. Thomas, are you refreshed?
Yes, my liege. Yes, I am. Good.
Excellent. So listen, you know what? Before we get into everything, I want to send a special thank you out to Jaybird Digital Arts for making us look fucking amazing each and every episode. He does the overlays for us. He's done all of our posters and whatnot. And fucking just amazing.
Hey, Dave, is there a page they can follow him or something like that? Like, does he have Instagram or something?
Instagram, yeah. It's I think it's Jaybird_Digital Arts. I'll get it for sure. Well, at the end of the show, watch the whole credits, and then you'll see his page flash up as well. So you can follow him on, Instagram and Facebook and everything else, and you can get all his info and everything else. And if you need stuff done, seriously, get in contact with him. He does fucking amazing work, and he's, really, he's always on the ball. And I messaged him, and I'm like, hey, dude, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I need. Within 2 days, here you go. And it's always just perfect.
Hang on.
Definitely. And also, too, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Have your friends tell their friends, and have their friends tell their friends. Okay? Because, well, we need it. So do it.
But Dave, don't you have other things you want to tell our audience about?
I do, Thomas. Thank you for bringing that up. If you go to penisland.com, you can find Thomas's personal library there.
Fucking ass.
Hey, Dave, I was just curious. If somebody wanted to get a
So is Thomas.
No, I'm not that curious. I'm good. I got my answer. I'm good. I'll take the 0.
There's a song I was trying to write. It was called Fuck You.
I already did that one.
In the eye. Fuck you. But Dave wants to tell you about some of the merchandise that he has, because Dave
Yes,
can give
you know what? If you go to redbubble.com, A Touch of Grey, you can get everything with our logos on it. You can get A Touch of Grey Matter. You can get A Touch of Grey. You can get a ton of fun. You can even get a resting Dave face. If you want to know what a resting Dave face is, every time Thomas thinks that he's being fucking funny, this is what I'm looking at. I'm like,
but wait, there's more.
There is, because you can get pillows and T-shirts and clocks and books and magnets and pins and stickers and anything you want. Redbubble.com, A Touch of Grey.
One more time, Dave. What was that?
Pen Island personal videos.
It's up in the cloud.
Like spicy samosas, yeah.
And if you're watching this and you have no idea what we're laughing at, stop this video now, go back to the last video, watch that one, then you'll be in on all the jokes.
No, watch all of them, because Thomas gets roasted on each one.
Thomas does not get roasted on each one. Because Thomas isn't on each one, because Thomas doesn't know how to fucking tell time, and sometimes he misses it.
What he means to be is you gotta show up to get roasted.
So, when Thomas is here, we have to play fucking catch-up for the times that he's missed.
Which is a great segue, because he's a ghost. And my topic for today is paranormal activity. Guys, do you guys believe in all the ghosts and all that stuff? Like, have you guys ever, has anybody, like the three of us...
Fuck it, I'm going back to the island. I don't believe in shit. I'll be alone.
Have you guys ever faced it or know somebody close in your family who's actually gone through this?
Yeah, I love goat, man. It's great. It's, I
I think he said ghost, not
Ghost.
goat.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard goat. I got
We're
hungry.
not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Goat samosa.
Sick, yo.
It was goat was great, yo, with a little oxtail on it. Damn.
Getting the roti boy.
Oh, ghost. I thought you said goat. Sorry.
Oh, bad joke. There's a joke.
So I saw this video.
Before,
My wife shared this video with me where this lady goes to the kitchen at like I think like 5, 6 in the morning in Ramadan, and she's about to open the drawer, and you know this where she keeps the spoons and everything, and the drawer just flings open, and all these spoons starts flying out. And my wife shows it to me. So first of all, I'm pissed scared of shit like this. So I freak out. But then I was like, yo, man, that ghost got major balls to be doing that in the freaking kitchen at 5 a.m. Motherfucker ain't even paying rent and acting like he's the boss of the house. But I was like, let me just check with the boys. Have they ever faced something like that? Like, I know, like, you know, like I've heard about stuff in Montreal. That's why I know. That's why I brought the topic up. Right. Because I've heard Montreal's got a lot of this paranormal activity. It's the old Montreal town. Is it called the Old Montreal?
Old Montreal.
Just Old Montreal, yeah. So, but I was like, I know Dave, Mississauga. Funny story. Let me share this with you guys quickly. We were looking for comedy clubs or places where we could perform. And we ended up, you guys remember Valley Bar? Ricardo used to run that room, Valley Bar?
Yeah.
There's a place right next to it called the Cherry Hill Pub. So Usper and I walked in there, and as soon as I stepped on the ground, I'm not kidding, guys, I had a very eerie feeling. So it's a big restaurant. So I started, we started knocking at the door because I saw a couple of people. I felt like a couple of shadows at the back. I said there was like a dining area, fine dining area. And I was like, oh, I feel like I see somebody move at the back. And we started knocking at the door, but we realized, okay, maybe it's 7 o'clock, maybe they're closed. We don't know. So Usper runs back downstairs. Usper's a friend of ours. He's another comic. He runs downstairs to the basement, and there's it's like a wooden door. And he knocks there, and he can hear people inside. And we're like, he's banging the door. He's like, hey guys, are you guys closed? You want to talk about comedy? We don't hear anything. We come back out. I mean, like we hear things at the back. Nobody opens the door. We leave. The next morning, I go to work, and I'm talking to this friend of mine, actually one of my bosses, who used to be a guitarist, had his own band. And so I was talking to Ryan, and I was like, hey, man, we were looking for rooms. You said you had a couple of gigs when you were younger. Do you know any places that will still entertain this? And he's like, where did you go? I said, Cherry Hill Pub was one of our stops. And he's like, well, if you Google Mississauga haunted houses, Cherry Hill Pub is one of the most haunted houses. So basically, it was built on a reserve that was pulled up and then brought to this location next to Valley Bar. And it is notoriously famous for having like lights. People have seen shadows move around. I'm like, I saw shadows. I thought somebody was at us for heard noises. And he's like, there's actually a staircase, a steel staircase that goes from the basement to the top floor. I guess the final.
Yeah, there are people inside saying we're not buying. Just a bunch of people inside. Get out of the door.
And there's a huge painting, and people have said that they've seen the painting's eyes move. Many times. Like a lot of people have said that, witnessed that thing happening. And I was like, I don't know about that, but we did hear noises because then we were like, okay, I guess they're not interested, or maybe they're doing some renos. We just left. And if you Google that shit, like that shit scares the fuck out of me. So here's another funny thing on that. Last year, just before COVID, an Arab, I think a Middle Eastern family or somebody bought that place. I guess they leased that Cherry Hill Pub and made it into a shisha bar because they had a couple of Lambos parked all there.
So you thought you were going to get a job?
Yeah, no. So I was like, oh, are the Arabs not scared of the ghosts are not scared of Arabs? What's going on? Surely enough, a month later, closed down. Same story. In the middle of the night, they would hear things like banging in the basement, like things being thrown off here and there, and their shishas, like, the hookahs were broken in the night and everything. And they were like, first they thought it was an animal, and then there was like crazy stuff happening.
Hookahs.
The shishas. I know, I get it all the time.
Hookers broken in the middle of the night.
It's a violent little ghost.
Finally, something I believe in. Hookers. Ghosts I'm not big on. Like,
have you guys ever faced this or know anybody who's actually gone through it?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Hey, TP, go ahead, man.
2 events in my life. Went to Barbados with my father to visit his cousin.
Okay.
Cousin has a big, beautiful house just right on the beach. And so the back room, right, I walked in there and said, "Oh, this is great." I'm like an 11-year-old kid, right? So I'm like, "This is great. This, it's cool because I've never seen a room like that has the patio doors open onto a little patio and there's water. It's really cool, right? And you could see the ships off in the distance." So I said, "Mommy, Daddy, I want to sleep in this room." The maid didn't say anything. She just looked at my dad and she tapped him on the shoulder. My father goes, "Oh, it's okay." So I'm like, "Okay, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I'm getting in trouble, whatever." My dad said, "No, you can sleep in there. It's fine." Now, the same night I go to sleep in there, say goodnight to my mom, say goodnight to my dad. Tomorrow's going to be an adventurous day. Going to go swimming, do all this stuff. I'm lying down. Cool, little radio in the room. I turn it on. Song comes on. I'm like, okay, I'm not really into like this. They don't have any local songs that I know, whatever. So I turn it off. There's a rocking chair right by the patio doors.
No, stop. Don't say it.
Swear to God. The doors were closed. Drapes were open, but the doors were closed. So out of the corner of my eye, I see the chair start doing this. I'm like, what? I look at the chair. The chair's not stopping. I'm like, okay, whatever. Just try to turn over and go to sleep. Just try to ignore it. Because maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. Maybe just a long flight, whatever. Next morning, I feel a hand shaking me. I'm like, turn over. I'm looking up. I'm like, what the hell's that? The maid's going, "How did you sleep?" I said, "Fine." She goes, "Yes, every morning I come and I say good morning to the missus." I said, "Morning to the missus? What's that?" Don't worry. She don't hurt nobody. She just likes to come spend time in this room." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Breakfast come around now. We're sitting at the breakfast table, talking to I call him Uncle Brady. He's my father's cousin. I say, "Uncle Brady, I slept in the back room. It was great and everything. Before I went in, I dropped my bag and stuff. I saw ships in this." He goes, "You slept in that room. Were you comfortable?" I said, Yeah. Did the maid come and wake you up? Yeah, she came and wake me up, yeah. But she said every night the missus comes or stays in that room. He goes, "Yes, that's the room my wife passed away in." How do you drop the hook like that on an 11-year-old kid? I'm sitting there going, "I don't want no breakfast now."
That's called good parenting, man. You got to traumatize the kids.
Yeah, my father gave me up. My father gave me up as a sacrifice. Don't tell me shit. Tom, you gonna be okay.
Did he go into detail as to how she died? Like, was she hacked to death?
No. She
died.
She died of kidney failure, and it was something to do with like some kind of like kidney cancer or whatever she had. But she wanted to die. She wanted to be in the home when she died, so they granted her that wish. That was the room that she passed away in. I can tell you right now. I slept with my mom and dad snug in between. I said, "Dad, you thought you killed me? No sex for you."
Weird, bro.
And you
The dad must have been like, "I shouldn't have brought him to this vacation."
No. The second one, guys. Second one is something that really, really made me believe in the afterlife. No big production here. My dad, Barry knows this. My dad died when I was young. He died literally the year after. And then about 6 or 7 months later, I was having a dream about my dad, me and my dad, just hanging out, talking and stuff like that. And the first thing I remember him doing was saying, "I'm always good. I'm always by your side. The water's warm." I'm like, and then I watched my dad walk. No, seriously, I watched my dad walk away, literally walking on water. He got on a little boat and he waved, and I woke up, like, ran upstairs to my mom and said, Mom, I just saw Daddy on a boat. He said, "I'm always good. I'm always, and the water's warm," and stuff like that. And my mom started crying. She goes, "Your dad loved the water." Right there and then, I'm like, okay, yeah, too close for comfort. Because it felt real, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was there with him. So for me, yeah, I do believe in it. I do believe that some people do hang around in a spot maybe where they were traumatized before they died, or a spot that they loved, or, you know what I mean? Or they come back to see you because they want to see you and they would just want to say goodbye. And there's a moment of silence, so I'm going to be quiet.
So what was the warm water part? I'm confused on that part.
No, because my dad always loved the water. My dad was a merchant marine.
Oh,
okay. My dad, and for him to be to come back to me like that, right, and be in a boat. At first, you think, oh, maybe the kid's having it, but when my mom said to me, like, she goes, "Your dad loved the water," you know what I mean? Like, right now it still gets me, but it's just a moment. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, no.
you never
period,
think
man.
you never think you're going to see something like that, right? Until it hits you. And one or two other times there have been places I've walked into, like I walked into people's houses. They just told me, just go downstairs in the basement. I want you to get a Pyrex. A Pyrex right on top of the cup. When you pick it up, right, quiet, because the jumbi them down there. That's you know West Indians come up with like names. The duppy or the jumbi downstairs. It might hold you. What? What's wrong with you? Tell a kid that.
So would you go to the basement and then dash back upstairs?
Hell no!
Sprint
Hell
out?
no! I'm evil. I said my sisters. No.
But you, Barry?
You know what? A lot of times, I don't. So prior, I had an experience, and it was about maybe, I guess 5 years ago or so. And prior to that, I never dismissed it. It was like I wasn't a non-believer, but I was more kind of, never happened to me. I hear people have their experiences, and I just kind of left it at that, right? And the only experience I ever had, it's happened to family members. But the only experience I had is over here in Milton. So we were in a different house at the time, and sleeping. Woke up on a Saturday morning, maybe around 10 o'clock or so. Just got up. And when I got up, I opened my eyes and I looked in the corner of the room. I saw a figure, but it's like middle of summer, on a Saturday, the light's coming through, and because the blinds have most of it blocked out, and a figure was walked across from one side of the room to the other side, and I swear I saw it plain as day. It was like a man in a robe, and it was kind of a red hue to it, and carrying like a stick with a lamp. Yeah, it wasn't, it really was that defined for me, and had a stick with a lamp at the end of it. And I could see the details of the robe, and just walked right by, and it came out the corner where the window was and walked right across through the door. Like our bedroom door was closed, and walked right out. And I just kind of remember watching it going, okay, this is fucking trippy. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I must still be sleeping. I'm dreaming. So, I didn't startle. I didn't have no ill feeling. Wasn't scared. And I'm like, oh, I must be dreaming. Let me just get up. And I, because I figured in my dream, I'm asleep, I'll get up. But I was awake and walked and opened the door and looked around and didn't hear nothing. And that's the only time I've seen anything. And my wife and my mother-in-law were downstairs. My daughter was at a friend's house. I couldn't tell you what it was. And like I said, it wasn't even I was under the influence of anything. I wasn't under no medication, legal or illegal. I don't even drink. So it's just woke up and it just kind of, okay, I'm dreaming. Walked through the door. I gotta get up
too, bro.
And I got up and I was like,
you moved, yeah.
And it just, but I couldn't tell you if anything happened in that house or not, right? So, I didn't know of any trauma or anything like that happened in the house. It wasn't like, a scary person. It wasn't an apparition that, in a sense of, ghouls and goblins like you're thinking. It was just very calmly walked across.
But you said you felt safe, right? You didn't feel like panic or anything. No panic. It was just the initial of, who's in my room? Okay. They walked through the door. Okay, I'm dreaming. Let me get up. And I got up. And that's how I knew I wasn't dreaming, because my eyes were open and I was already kind of in an upright position watching it. So I knew if I was sleeping, my eyes would have opened up and lying down totally flat. So it was strange. I told my wife and my mother-in-law about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay." And but they believe in the paranormal. They
time to move.
Yeah, well, we did, right? Unlike Poltergeist, I didn't hear it say "get out," but I was like, "Well, I think our time here is done." Is the lease up? Is the lease up? Yeah, we're good.
I think the ex-ghost is calling.
Exactly. Do you want to give another chance? No, I think we're good. Okay, I'm moving on.
No, we'll leave. We'll keep the house.
Is your name John? No, you're looking for the person before that used to have this house. Okay, thank you. Sorry, moving on. Okay, you do you. We're moving.
Jay, what about you, man?
No.
You know why I ask you? You know where you performed in that? What was that room, man? In Mississauga, where once the whole band showed up. I think Jeff was organizing it. I don't remember. Your band had showed up, and I brought my office friends came in now, and I told you they love that song, "Balls in the Jar." The one in Mississauga, man, right on Port Credit. Was it Port Credit? Yeah, Port Credit. I can't remember the name of the place. It just popped up in my news feed as well. Recently, there was a show there with all of us on Dandelions. Anyway, so I heard that place was haunted, which was, I believe it belonged to a cop or an ex-cop or something like that, that place. He had a restaurant at the bottom, and he had made an entertainment area on top. I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to Spirit or something like that, or
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly check my Facebook.
Spud,
Kenzie.
Spatulas. I think it started with an S.
Spice Lounge.
Yes, Spice. That's it.
Yeah.
I knew it started with an S. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, so they make samosas there?
No, they did a lot of other stuff. We'll talk off the record.
No, I don't. I've never experienced anything from that, like any paranormal in that. I've played a paranormal investigator. I've actually played one of the most famous ones, Ed Warren. But I've never actually experienced anything of that. And I mean, like, I know people that have, and I know, like my stepdaughters were talking about it earlier, actually, over dinner. And they were like, yeah, there was, this little kid in our room and whatnot. And I'm like, okay.
Excuse me again.
I wonder what he's doing in there. I'm not judging, because by all means, but yeah, no, I've never had that happen, or I've never experienced anything from that. I look at it as like wrestling. I mean, like, a lot of people say that it's fake and everything else, much like the whole paranormal thing and whatnot. But I mean, like, I've been punched in the face enough times to know that it's pretty fucking real. So I mean, like, I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna sit there and like just discard people's, like, when they walk into a place and they're like, ooh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Really fucking relax, Han. Okay, we get it. But yeah, I mean, like, for me personally, I've got no skin in the game. I've never had that eerie feeling, or like, I mean, like, I've had Vuja Day where I've never experienced this shit before. But I mean, like, also too, I've experienced the deja vu where I'm kind of sitting there going, haven't I fucking done this already? Like, but yeah, like seeing the ghosts and the goblins and the demons and everything else. Like, no, I don't.
But But like stuff flying off of shelves or falling off of shelves, I've experienced that once or twice. Kind of really weird, I've had one or two of my because I have a lot of figurines.
Shit happens, man. It's gravity.
You know what I mean? No, it's gravity.
Yeah, it's a law.
But has anybody ever seen something literally fly out of a glass enclosed cabinet?
I never pissed off anyone that
badly. No, I would move, man. Right away.
We did. That's why this is our third house. Anyways, no, it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. Like, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't say, "Oh my god," but it happened one too many times. But yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't know. For me, yeah. A figurine I have. Remember the old Batman and Robin show with what's his name?
Burt Ward and Adam West.
Adam West.
Adam West.
Had an Adam West figurine, Batman. Literally stood it up. Everything was fine. Inside of a glass enclosed case. It's one of my prized possessions. Come back from work one day. It's literally the case is open and it's on the floor, face down. Oh, okay.
Maybe the ghost of Superman fan, man.
Hey, dude, don't laugh. No, so I thought, nothing of it, and I put it back in. I closed it, whatever. I'm sitting down in the basement. I'm watching TV, and bang! Like, it hits the door. I'm thinking, oh, okay, it fell forward. So I just stand it back up and close it. Go to the bathroom downstairs, come back out, and literally, bam! And the door is like struggling to stay closed, and Bam. Like they get time to go to bed. Yeah, it's time to go to bed.
Yo, now yo, Dave, I believe he's a sprinter, bro. Because I would run so fast, I'll kick my own ass at doing that.
You would end up passing yourself.
Yeah. I'll
So
do laps on
fast to go
myself.
back in time.
Yo, bro, why you still here? Bro, why you still running? Wait a minute. Zolf? What?
But no, I believe in that stuff. I mean, I give it a certain amount of credibility. The ones that I don't like are the guys who come on and they're all-knowing, you know? When you step into the paranormal, those guys, click, I just change the channel or turn off TV because I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Like, I believe in all this stuff, man. I've never actually faced. Well, my mom said that the house we grew up in Dubai, we had a presence, but it was a good presence because it would wake my mom up for prayers and stuff like that. My grandmother said she had one in her house in where she grew up, and it would wake her up for prayers, or she would see a rosary fly in the air and would just start clicking, like, you know, just beats after beats, and it would be like, it was a good one. We've also like heard of bad ones, obviously, and those are the ones that we say are, you know, possess you and stuff like that. So I've kind of like grown up with stories and, you know, feelings, eerie feelings here and there, but yeah, I was like, if I ever encounter this, yo, we're moving right away. Like, jokes. I don't fucking care. I'm moving, man.
No, man. The only time I get an eerie feeling is if you're watching porn and all of a sudden you're like, I feel eyes on me. What are you watching?
Yeah, that's
delete history.
That's
Delete history.
Yeah, that's your grandma. Like, again?
You're killing my bandwidth. No, but it's not to discredit anyone, but I mean, there's good, there's bad out there. You know, everyone has their beliefs about it. Everyone experiences it. It's just
I believe in porn a lot.
You believe in porn?
What?
We're still talking about ghosts. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. We've gone back to Penn Island. After this episode, Thomas will be doing a commercial for Mr. Lube.
You ever feel dry down there? Sometimes you can't penetrate like you like to. It's at times like that I like to put on the old lube. Mr. Lube, it's Mr. Lube. Okay, we're gonna stop now.
First of all, you are totally a bottom.
No. I don't catch, I pitch. That's okay.
That's
I wear the handkerchief.
He was in jail.
Rob Gronkowski.
No. I'm like that basketball player running through stores, knocking shit out of people's hands. No.
Not in my house.
Not in my house.
Oh, in your house? In your ass?
No. Ever go to prison? I see a dick in my face. No.
And I believe the player you're looking for is Dikembe Mutombo.
And how you know that? It's none of my damn business. But that's okay. A little bit too much basketball.
Because I'm well-rounded and I watch sports.
Well-rounded where, Dave? Come on now. Come on.
My company is a ton
Your
of
company.
fun.
You're a ton of fun. Before the comedy started, he had another life.
Before I started comedy, too.
On your own. Keeping you all on your own.
I don't get what you're trying to get at there, Thomas.
Okay, folks, you really want to know? This is how an altercation will go between me and Dave. Dave, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. That's how those altercations go.
Yep. And me and Zolf just stand there and say, "Hey, man, you want samosas?"
Stand there. No. You and Zolf are on the other side of the fucking street going, "Oh, he gonna get his ass beat." Yeah.
We saying, "Hey, man, what kind of samosas they got?"
Yeah, I'll record it. World Star.
Woo! And a bunch of people going by going,
hate crime.
Yeah, no, but a bunch of people going by and the kids going. The kid said, "Look at Santa beating that poor black boy. He must have been bad for Christmas." Okay, folks, don't get crazy. We joke like this all the time. Dave's actually a great guy. I have to say that because he's paying me. But anyways.
Wait, what?
Oh, you're getting paid for this show? Oh, it's fucking around. Back to the.
I'm allowing him to keep his fucking teeth.
Oh,
You're
man.
welcome for another day of chewing.
That dick.
Every time you take a bite out of steak, thank me.
Dude, don't laugh. Don't laugh. I swear to God, I noticed one old lady had one tooth, and she was there.
A fucking Nanny McPhee there?
No, man, this is back in the islands, man. My mom.
Was this one of the exes that wanted you back?
No.
Granny was good to me. Shut up. Granny was good to me.
Remember, it was his friend. He's got apparently 4 of them. 3 of us are here.
And I got 5 friends. 5 friends.
He's
Well, that was that segment.
friend. And
You say he's just a friend.
What? Say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you
Got what I need. And you say he's just a friend. And you say, look, it's 20. Woo! And then there are the black orgies now.
Oh.
obviously, Thomas does believe in ghosts because he's been jerking them off the whole show.
Why are you saying that, Dave? Why is it why are you saying that? Why are you saying that,
What's
Dave?
in my ear? What's in my ear? So you can hear the ghost coming.
Who keeps spitting in my eye? Who keeps spitting in? Anyways, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
That's why you have the glasses on.
Remember those famous words from those 2 intelligent guys: "Don't cross the streams."
Woo!
You said that would be bad, Egon. All right. So, anyways, what did we learn tonight?
Don't cross the streams.
Fuck it. Who knows?
We believe in
So,
ghosts.
for Zulf Ali, Thomas Patrice, and Barry 3D Carter, I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. Thanks for watching. Remember, there's a lot of good people out in the world. And if you can't find one, be one.
Woo, the shivers.
Yes.